I'm tired. I know. Well, there's all that shuttle. Yeah.
Hi, sweetie. How come see you?
For the district. She's the lead district.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Hornets Stadium here on the campus of East Central High School for a new season, a new year, 2021 East Central football, live here on Facebook and YouTube. My name is James Bryant, one of your hosts, accompanied by my partner, Mr. Barry Huff. To my left, say hello, Barry.
Hello, Barry.
Barry Huff, teacher extraordinary at Heritage Middle School. Myself, on duty here at East Central High School teaching math. We're happy to have you here. Once again, this is our second year doing this. Well, second partial year. Add them up, we got maybe a handful of games between us, Barry.
It's been fun, though. I will really appreciate the opportunity to be able to come back and try it one more time and just really give a different perspective. Again, James and I, we weren't exceptional athletes or anything like that, but we know how to call games, and we've been calling games for the district, various games. In fact, your lead announcer, James Bryant, he is the lead announcer for East Central Independent School District. You'll see him at volleyball games and softball games and sub-varsity games. It's just all over the place. So it's exciting to be able to just be out here, extend our voices, and just root on East Central Hornet football.
Barry Huff also out on the scene all around town and all around the state working events. Specializing in East Central middle schools, specifically Heritage, and here at the high school from time to time. Main idea, we're glad to be with each other and out here at Hornet Stadium. Temperature outside now, it's a clear, slightly hazy sky, running about 95 according to the shade of red on Principal Shane McKay's face.
It is very, in other words, Principal McKay, it's very hot out there. It is nice and sizzly.
Sizzling it is. We're looking for a hot game today, Barry. Welcoming into Hornet Stadium, it's the visiting Teddy Roosevelt Rough Riders. Rough Riders coming in off of a victory from who did they play last week?
They went down to the Valley and played Laredo Alexander. It was a tough ride going down there, but they played pretty well.
They came out ahead with the victory, but nothing to write home about. But a victory is a victory, so they'll take it. Roosevelt coming in led by their quarterback. When I say led by the quarterback, big influence on their team overall.
Yeah, the young man, his name is Tyron Miller. And Tyron Miller does a lot for this team, as you would expect any type of run-pass option team. East Central has played Roosevelt in the past, and you'll see their quarterbacks throw and run. They have a very athletic offensive line, lots of pulling from the tackles. But during Laredo Alexander, he threw 8 times, completed 1 for 22 yards. But my gosh, can they run, and they will run and run and run and run. In fact, they ran the ball about 32 times versus Laredo Alexander, and leading the way was Mr. Miller there. He ran the ball 10 times for 89 yards. Their running back who's a sophomore, only a sophomore. Look out for him, number 6. He also ran the ball 10 times for about 54 yards. And then they had another junior running back, ran the ball 3 times for about 13 yards. But again, they're going to be coming hard and heavy off that line. Lots of running today from Roosevelt.
Running might be the theme today for East Central as well. Returning to the East Central of old, where we will concentrate a bit on running. A little bit different this year, though. In the formation and the attack, the place of attack at that line.
Yeah, it'll be a little different for us. Last year, out of necessity, we had a lot of injuries. East Central did tend to throw the ball a little bit more, but they're going to be running an option attack, which attacks the edge. A lot of quarterback carries, which will pitch out to their quick running back, and they have a plethora of running backs at East Central this year.
Running backs we do have, we'll utilize those. We'll talk much more about that running attack for East Central coming up later on in the game. Let's not forget the passing game of East Central. We did lose one of our biggest, Anston Bryant Kelly. In fact, the biggest in the league last year over some time. Anston Kelly alongside with him last year, number 11, Jack Stewart along with him. Let me stop there, Barry. Let's welcome in your East Central Hornets. Here they come. The pride of East Central High School, your East Central Hornets. Coming from right to left on your screen. Dressed in all black with nice reflective gold on the helmets. I like it, Barry.
Got the little metallic gold action right there. But I tell you what, today may have been a good day to wear all white. But our boys definitely look good.
They do taking a knee in the end zone, getting some final thoughts together through their minds. East Central Hornet Band welcoming onto the field. We're glad to have the Hornets here ready to go for the Rough Riders. Finish up my thoughts. We're talking about Jack Stewart, potentially our leading receiver this year, with some help from Samuel Padgett. We'll call their names throughout the night. And fans, you at home, if you direct your attention to the middle of your screen for our presentation of the colors. There we go, fans. Your national anthem. Ready to go. We're here with some football, but let me take one more moment, fans. If you've been around the East Central scene for more than 3 years, you heard the tribute we had for Ms. Margaret Zotz. If you saw the young ladies out there in the field, our honeybees and golden stars, the way they're dressed, well, that was Margaret Zotz every day. And you kind of went by her and you giggled about it, but you loved her for it because she was all East Central. Not only by the way she dressed, but the way she treated the people around her, by the hard work she gave for the school. So everything that was said, I second it, Barry.
Yeah, I can't imagine as a new teacher to the district when I first met Margaret Zotz. I can't imagine anybody more spirited, but also hardworking. One thing to say that she's spirited, but hardworking, knowledgeable, just everything you'd want your school secretary, your principal secretary to be. Just the heart of the school.
Well put. We got us a football game here, Barry. We're set up. We're ready to kick. Hornets at the south end zone, 49. Their kicker, Daniel Gauna. Set back to receive for Roosevelt. We'll get some numbers here for you. Number 1. Kick back into the end zone for a touchback. It's going to be 1st and 10. Rough Riders.
Just a quick reminder about that, what we just saw there. The ball bounced into the end zone. For all the old school fans, you knew that would be a live ball, but because of safety concerns and safety protocols, as soon as a ball is kicked in the air and lands into the end zone untouched, that is automatically a touchback.
Throughout this, guys, we will, as Barry and I have different varying levels of experience in the sport, you'll sometimes hear us review things that are very simple, very well known to most of you, and other times we'll get a little bit deeper. So that's kind of what the appeal we hope to spread with you, that we touch different levels for different levels of viewers. Quarterback number 11, Tyron Miller, picks up a gain of 5 on the play, call it 6 yards, 15 on the play.
And they did something called a tackle over. They moved one of their linemen over to the side of the play that they were going to they're going to run to, adding a little bit more leverage to the line. They're going to be running like that a lot.
So Barry, I think that is going to be a 6-yard gain. They started at the 25-yard line. And officials call a timeout or signal a timeout for Teddy Roosevelt. It'll be their first timeout of the half, 2 remaining.
That is not something I believe Roosevelt wants to do more often throughout the game. They're a running team. They're not going to throw a lot. Their MO is to make sure that clock remains running. The Roosevelt just didn't see something. They saw something they didn't like, and I'm not sure what they saw, but that might bode well for the Hornets because that was a tough run. You didn't see that quarterback trying to break it to the outside down the sideline. He was following his blocker. He's going to read his blockers, and that big quarterback is basically going to be another fullback just battering the East Central defense. He's much bigger and thicker than that running back that's flanking his left.
On this side of the line, you see number 10, Cornell George. He's going to running a linebacker who will drop back at times. He'll put the rush on at times. Keep an eye on big number 10, Cornell George. Pass over the middle, just off the fingertips of the defender there.
Flag on the play.
Number 22 on defense, Elijah Simons. Flag on the play.
Now, if you run the ball a lot, those streaking routes will be open. Defensive holding.
Defensive holding is the call. That should easily pick up the first down for Roosevelt, and it does.
Yeah, those streak routes are going to be there on the play action pass. Again, it was an empty backfield. Oh my gosh. Trips right, twists left.
We got 5 receivers in this set. Quarterback glances right, looks down the middle. Wow, big catch by number 20. 3 Hornet defenders around him. And looks like number 14, actually, the receiver, Number 20 it is. Tadarius Coleman.
And he comes right off the field. He's actually one of their defensive backs.
First down, Rough Riders.
First and 10 Rough Riders at the 34-yard line of the Hornets. Run straight up the middle.
Number 31, Sean Malcolm on the carry.
31, the running back, Sean Malcolm.
Tackled by number
Taken down by number 42 for the Hornets, Mark Pena. Gain of 4 on the play. Second down now and 6 to go. Ball at the 30-yard line.
So you have quads right. I'm expecting the door to the right. That's the screen play for the smallest receiver in the back.
Only 3 on coverage. Safety inching that way, but we could use a little help on coverage on that side. Beautiful tackle. Beautiful tackle. Working his way through number 3, Treyshawn Johnson.
That play was telegraphed the entire time. Everybody knew it was coming. East Central made them think that they didn't recognize what's going on. But that's the quickness of this defense. Not big, but quick. And it was just great coverage. Could have easily gone for a first down and more, but the safety came up and made the tackle.
Instead, we're looking at a third down now and 2, ball at the 26-yard line.
Ooh, look at that power set that they have on the right side of the line for Roosevelt.
Big bulk, right side of the line. Handoff to that side. And work right behind those big linemen is the running back number 6.
Brennan Carroll on the carry.
Brennan Carroll, the running back. First down, Roosevelt.
Rough Riders.
We had a few extra big boys on that side of the line, Barry.
They did. It was just a power. It was a power set for them. Again, Roosevelt is not trying to trick you. At least not this part of the game. They are just simply just lining up. They're going to try to smack you.
We've got a tight end on the right side. We've got the H-back on the right side and the running back. Now some shift in the line.
It's tackle over.
Corner on the far side, dropping back, but it's a run play to that side, to the left side.
Sean Malcolm on the carry.
Treyshawn Johnson again on the stop after a 3 or 4 yard run by 31, Sean Malcolm.
There's going to be a lot of work for that secondary today. Treyshawn came up and made that tackle, but that tackle opens up some lanes for them. They like it. Roosevelt may not be as quick as they normally have been in the past on the line. So tackle over
Quarterback with running back to his rear left. Looks over the top for that fade route, and he hits the receiver. Just tall enough. Number 4, Devon Terrison Shepard for the touchdown, Roosevelt. All about height right there, Barry.
All about height, because that was great positioning. He had a block. East Central's cornerback had him blocked out. That fella, though, is just big. It's just hard to beat. Size wins.
There was a penalty on the play against the Hornets, declined.
Defensive holding.
And we'll try for the extra point here. I see 83, looks like the kicker. Dylan Coleman, correction, Jeffrey Silva. Silva picks it up and gains a couple, but not near enough to convert. Make the score now 6-0, Roosevelt.
On a tackle, number 4, Jonathan Martinez, senior from the Hornets. Good job there.
Rough Riders 6, Hornets 0.
That was beautiful work by Roosevelt down the field. Again, normally what we're used to seeing from Roosevelt, a lot of pulling, a lot of quick, a lot of athletic work from the offensive linemen. They have a different philosophy with this group this year. They don't appear to be as slashing in the backfield, so they have their tackle over moments where they're generating some holes for the crew that they have. But they also took advantage of some of the man-on-man press coverages that East Central had. One-on-one, they have bigger receivers. Their quarterback trusts their receivers, throw it up, make a catch. They're coming to attack today. It's going to be a fun game.
Roosevelt only 2 for 8 last week on passing. We're about there right now.
Yeah, they're about. I think they're 2 of 3 so far, passing so far.
Set up to kick for the Rough Riders, number 83, Jeffrey Silva. Back for the Hornets, number 3 is Treyshawn Johnson, and number 8, Austin Vivier. Go to Treyshawn's side. That's the far side. Find the middle and find nothing but Roosevelt Rough Riders there. First hit by number 7, Nathan Benavides.
Number 3 in the catch and the return, Treyshawn Johnson.
Referees will spot it at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 Hornets. Ball at the 20.
I really like the metallicness, the metallic jerseys, or metallic numbering of what I'm seeing from the Hornets on their jerseys. A little different, though. Let's see them come out. We believe that these Central Hornets are going to do a lot of running today.
Jack Stewart wide left. Austin Vivier, also a quarterback, lined up in the slot. One receiver up high, probably Samuel Padgett. Low snap, fake the handoff, hit the receiver on the far side. Number 6, Samuel Padgett.
10-yard gain, 15-yard gain, fantastic throw, in rhythm, play action pass, fake to the running back, hit that inside route.
Caden Bosenko with a good hands. 1st and 10 now at the 35. Bosenko sees a slot man in action. Handoff up the middle. 26, the running back. Quincy Brown for another Hornet first down.
Great blocking up front. They just ate him up. He just found his hole, and he just powered the rest.
First down, Hornets.
Single receivers right and left. Line up Vivier in the slot on the right side. Lone running back in the backfield with Bosenko. Hand it off to him. Quincy Brown again. Pickup of 4 to 5 on the play. Give the tackle to number 2, Levon Williams and friends.
Great running so far. Good blocking up front. That's 4-yard gain. Just good blocking. Good. Our offensive line looking really athletic, just eating up that front 7 so far of the Rough Riders.
Bosenko sends the slot man in motion to the right side. Line it up behind the H-back. Hand it off again to the running back, 26, Brown. Turn the corner upfield. Enough for another Hornet first down.
Circle that number, Quincy Brown.
Deshaun Washington on the tackle, number 1. Might be a little short of the first down now. About a half yard to go here at the 45.5. Brown seems to be doing pretty well. He could probably pick up another half yard here. Barry Huff calls the quarterback keeper. He's usually right when he makes the call, and Bosenko upfield for another 3 to 4 Hornet first down.
Did you see how fast Bosenko took that RPO, took that run pass option right there? That was pretty quick. A little pep in the step tonight.
How can you not be fired up about your first home game? Senior night, by the way, as well. Congratulations to all your seniors starting off your final year of high school. Caden Bosenko, he's quick and he's tough. Holding up about 4 defenders there on the tackle. Number 32 amongst them is Alex Abrego.
He has always been pretty tough. He's looking fast, but he faked that run, took that ball, and just led his team down the field. 2nd and 3. Beautiful job.
Caden dabbles in a little basketball in the off football season on our varsity team this past year. Yeah, he's got the speed to get around the corner. He beat that linebacker chasing him down. Bosenko with another first down.
How do you answer a big drive that Roosevelt had? You answer it with a bone-crushing drive that East Central's currently on right now.
Run. Takes up some time. Wears out the folks that are trying to chase you. put some linemen on their butt every once in a while. Yeah, it's a good strategy, especially when it works. Little pitch to the man in motion, Tavion Lott.
Flag on the field.
Flag on the field.
When you pitch the ball forward like that, believe it or not, that's considered a pass. If you hand it off, then that's a jet sweep. But it's a little pitch.
I believe it. Legal block the call against the Hornets. Illegal block. I believe I said illegal block. And that'll set the Hornets back to the 41-yard line. First down still, and about 20 yards to go.
It happens sometimes. Receivers, they block well. Sometimes not good enough. That was a legal block.
Up top, we got 3 receivers spread out. Another flag on the play. Bosenko firing it in. Bosenko, that was a quick, precise, albeit not caught ball, but that was a sharp little pass there. Flag on the play.
I know it was a flag on the play. Probably offsides on the defense, possibly. Lining up in the neutral zone. We'll see in a second. But that ball was placed where only that receiver could get it, and it was on just a laser. It was beautiful.
And I'll tell you what, the receiver was behind the defender when it was thrown. He caught up, he passed the defender, and his hands were in the right place.
Somebody had a good offseason.
Oh, yeah. And the referees are indicating penalty against the Hornets up there. A false start, decline. So it'll go to second down now and 20 to go.
Second down, Hornets.
Bosenko taking a few steps back, looks and finds nothing, so does a smart thing in.
That was different because what they had to do is some quick throws. They had him on a 6-step drop. I think they're just trying to test the Roosevelt defense right there. But Roosevelt sniffed that out pretty well. But anytime they can get Caden Bosenko going east and west, just quick throws or running, using his legs to throw, I think that's going to be one of Caden's strengths. But the drop back passing, though he has a strong arm, I'm not sure if that's quite there yet for them.
Hornets take out their quick motion man, 2 and 7. Back to 2 traditional wide receivers. Bosenko sets, fires in again. Throws it only where the receiver could catch it, unfortunately, just out of his reach as well.
He definitely trusts his arm. He really does. He held the ball on. Maybe held the ball a little bit too long there, but you can see there's velocity and just anger when he throws that ball.
I mentioned Bosenko played on the varsity basketball team as well. His target there, number 11, Jack Stewart, also a big star on the basketball team as well. They are familiar with each other, no doubt. Back to punt for the Hornets. Number 8, Austin Vivier. Ball fielded at the 8. And first to bring him down will be number 7, Avery Kane.
That's an outstanding punt by Vivier. Great coverage. The ball is it's going to be a long way to go for Roosevelt. Let's see what East Central Defense had a chance to rest it and regroup on the sidelines. Let's see if they're ready for this tackle over quarterback-led attack from Roosevelt.
First and 10, Rough Riders. Ball at the 14, it would appear from here. Run to the right, to the left-hand side, number 11, the quarterback. Tyron Miller picks up a few. Fumble on the play. Hornets jumping up and down, letting us know that they recovered. And it is the indication of the Hornets that the officials that the Hornets have recovered. First down, Hornets.
Opportunistic defense. The play isn't over until that whistle blows.
You got that right, Barry. Keep going on that thought.
Just think about it. They had us well blocked, had East Central well blocked, but the play's still going. Good coaching by the defense, making sure to punch that ball out. East Central ball.
Well, what I saw is the whole team was within a yard or two of the sideline, and somehow they managed a fumble and the recovery. So, yeah, play ain't over until it's over. Bosenko now lines his team up at the 20-yard line. Hand off to the running back. This time, number 26 again. Quincy Brown on the run. Give the tackle to number 55, Dalen Hunter.
That was a big old boy right there. That was a man-sized tackle. He had to come off the nose. He was a nose tackle. Had to come off and make that tackle. There's some fight in that. Number 55, Dalen Hunter.
Pass this time complete to the far side. Number 6 it is, Samuel Padgett.
What a pass. That was
nice pass, Samuel Padgett, another basketball player hopping up and getting it. Samuel Padgett, right side. First down, Hornets, and goal to go. Ball at the 9-yard line.
What do you say, Sam Padgett, 6'2", 6'3", somewhere in there?
Somewhere in there. Let's see what this not always accurate stat sheet shows. 6'2", they're calling him, 175. Pass Tim to the left-hand side to Stewart. Sam Padgett in the back of the end zone, just waving, waiting on it. But Bosenko looking left. Defender on the play, number 2, Lavon Williams.
That's going to be a good matchup. Lavon Williams, that cornerback, has some pretty good size, pretty good speed, and definitely good hands knocking that ball away.
Oh, I just texted you instead of Suzette. Flag on the play. That's a hold a mile away, says Barry Huff. But a beautiful play nonetheless.
The funny thing about holding is that you'll hear people say holding can be called on every play. The reason why a referee would call it is for two reasons. If the holding is on the play side and it actually affects the play, they're going to throw a flag. If you're holding the player, and it happens every play, and you're not doing anything to try to get away, the defensive player's not twisting or anything like that, they're not going to throw the flag at all. In this case, the receiver had him locked up like you're supposed to, but when that defensive back actually twisted in his hands, his jersey twisted, he should have let go. But he didn't, and now it's second and goal and a mile.
There's so much lateral movement like that. A holding play is not uncommon.
That's true.
Defense gets through that time. Number 52, the defender, Kenny Ray.
Little defensive end. There was a little confusion on that exchange there. As opposed to, it was intended to go to Caden Bosenko potentially, or maybe it was a trick play to go to Vivier, who was coming in motion. In either case, ball bounced off of Vivier, landed on the ground, fumble. Thankfully recovered by Vivier. It'll be third and goal at the 19-yard line.
Third and goal it is. That means they have to make a touchdown. There is no first down available at this point. Bosenko rolling left, sees the receiver there in the form of number 11, Jack Stewart, overthrow.
That's interesting. They've been rolling him out right. He's a right-handed quarterback. That time they rolled him out left. He is able to gather his feet, even though there's good pressure from the Rough Rider defense. Delivered the ball. The ball was a little bit high, and a little bit of heat on there too, which is okay because he has some huge receivers, but it's just a little too high for Jack.
In our game last week and in a scrimmage game, I will tell you, Barry, I saw the same pattern. Bosenko hitting everything to the right side, but just having some overthrow issues going to the left.
It's a tough pass to make.
We'll take the 3 points for starters here. Your score with 3:50 left in the first quarter. Roosevelt 6, the Hornets 3.
Take the 3 points. Extra. We'll give a half point to the defense for making that fumble. So with that being said, it was just a great effort by the Hornets. Some things to clean up a little bit, but this is still going to be an intense game. Again, run. But then that series, lots of pass. Good job by the Roosevelt defense, working hard up front.
He is our highly
I'm excited.
dedicated engineering design teacher at East Central High School. His innovative teaching methods inspire students.
Another old friend of East Central High School. Everybody, if you know him, you love him. You see him down there, Barry. You see Roger on our sideline?
I do.
And also, Coach Ray Gonzalez is our coach.
Roger, not a long time East Central student. I guess he was here for 4 years like anyone else. But a while ago, East Central student. Came up through the ranks and at one point realized his dream to be an honorary assistant coach here at East Central.
It's a beautiful thing. Good job, athletic department, making sure that all Hornets have a chance to achieve their dreams. Fantastic.
Gaona set at the 35-yard line to kick off. Puts it up, puts it deep. Nice kick by Gaona. Number 2, Levon Williams. Might not have made the best choice there. Met at the 11-yard line by number 14, Montrell Terry.
That was a interesting decision right there, but he trusted he trusted what he saw. He went with it. East Central just too well coached for that.
Roosevelt set up at the 13-yard line, first and 10. Three receivers up top, 2 down below. Quarterback Miller, Tyron Miller looks right, hits the receiver, number 85. Big stick by the defender, number 23, Aiden Pathphone. Did we get a flag on that? Yeah, well, when you stare your man down like that, that's not considered friendly play. Pathphone, nonetheless, big hit on a big boy there, number 85 with a reception. Got to give him credit for holding on to it, Dylan Coleman.
Aiden Pathphone proved. We were talking during the pregame meeting that Aiden Pathphone really came on in the last game of the season. It was really good to see him. I had him as a student in middle school, and I love him. But more importantly, on the field, he showed that he belonged. Got a little juiced at the end there, but he made a tackle. He deserves to be that cornerback position.
Another solid tackle inside, this time by number 95, Michael Pinones, and another flag.
I love talking about Michael Pinones. The defensive linemen, they don't get nearly enough love. Every play, offensive linemen, defensive linemen are pounding it out. The only ones that are actually taking that much punishment all game long. But the cool thing about Michael Pinones, out of East Central, we had 2 qualifiers for state track and field last year. One was Anson Brian Kelly, who Mr. James Bryan here has talked about already. Go Incarnate Word, University Incarnate Word. But also this junior on the junior nose tackle, Michael Pinones, he was the 7th best thrower in 6A last year in shot put. He had a great summer doing summer track. He threw a lot. He threw shot. He threw discus. I heard that he's picking up the hammer. Watch out, colleges.
Let me interrupt you real quick, Barry. The penalty against Rough Riders for unsportsmanlike contact. Go ahead. I got more to say about Michael, but go ahead.
But, yeah, so he had a great summer. So he's more – football is awesome, but he is a multi-sport athlete.
He's a quality personality type guy, too.
For sure.
You know, you go through the day, and every once in a while I'll forget to put my hand out to shake it. And Michael Pianones is the one guy who will not let me go by without shaking a hand. He's a quality individual, always a smile on his face. You want to just hug him like your own boy. Quarterback keeper, Tyron Miller, picks up 3. Tackled by number 3, Treyshawn Johnson.
Treyshawn Johnson is going to have a really big and really needs to have a big game tonight. That tackle over that Roosevelt runs, it eats up a lot of our front 7, our 3 down linemen and our linebackers. That strong safety position, our free safety position coming up and filling the gap and taking some shots at the running back, super necessary.
Watch this matchup again. Aiden Pathaphone, 23 at the bottom of your screen. Big number 85 from Roosevelt. And they go the opposite way. Almost picked off by number 14 for the Hornets, Montrell Terry. Apparently the interception, one of my colleague Barry Huff's favorite plays. Really excited about that near interception, weren't you, Barry?
I was, because East Central's starting to figure things out. That right there, instead of running a man-to-man, they ran in quarter coverage. It was more zone, and they're starting to figure it out that they're going to run streaks when they throw.
Punt team on for Roosevelt. 2 men back for the Hornets. And a flag on the play. Officials stop the play before he gets going. Maybe some equipment issue or something. They're calling one of the players off and substituting him in, but no apparent. Oh, there goes our penalty mark off. Delay a game. Delay a game it is then. 5-yard penalty. Move the Roosevelt Rough Riders back 5 more. Back deep for the Hornets. Treyshawn Johnson, number 3. And number 8, Austin Vivier. That's Treyshawn far side. Gets by 1, but not by the second set of tacklers. 52.
You know that 52 is a defensive lineman, and he's actually a defensive end. He plays everything for them. He plays defensive end. He does punt return, which normally you want your studs on the line. You want your fast, strong, good tackling people on the line. So 52, circle his name, circle his number.
Kenny Ray, the name.
Is going to be just one of their studs on defense tonight for Roosevelt.
Lined up on the right side of the Roosevelt line right now. Out wide of the Hornet front line. Right up the middle, give it to number 26 again, Quincy Brown. 39, Kenyon McClure. Now that's a number we heard all last year. Kenyon coming on big and strong as a sophomore. And this year, just starting to hear his number.
Well, for whatever reason, they didn't have him in the first couple of series, but he's in there now, and he looked big and strong behind that line.
I'll give you one good reason, Quincy Brown.
Quincy Brown did have a great series for them. It's good to have a stable running back. Here we go, the option. Oh!
There's the option flare, the option spin. Listen to our stadium announcer go over there.
That was something worthy to scream about right there. That was an option, and normally when you cheat towards the running back side, which is what that cornerback did, Caden Bosenko kept that ball, tucked it in, just ran it up, 11-yard gain. So pretty.
Caden Bosenko limping right now, too. Trying to fight it off, flexing it off. Came up on a limp. Yeah, that was a beautiful Option right with the little spin touch on it.
Looked a little like a video game. The circle button on the controller.
You think coaches taught him that, or? Pass deflected by the receiver, intended receiver, Avery Kane.
I like to see more running. I'm okay with running. Caden definitely has some zip on that ball. That ball is coming hot. He is really jacked tonight.
Second down now, a 10 to go. Ball at the 22-yard line. Bosenko claps for it. Hands it, fakes the handoff to McClure. Takes it himself. Instead of cutting in, he takes a step outside. I might have cut in there. Defensive play made by number 2, Lavon Williams.
Lavon Williams has had an outstanding game tonight. He had to come up and make a play. Caden was feeling himself a little bit. He had a lot of ground, cut in, cut out, nothing doing. Good tackle by Mr. Williams there for Roosevelt. Looks like a timeout. Nope, timeout on the field with 10 seconds left in the first quarter.
I did not see who called the timeout, but indeed a timeout. Officials say run the clock, so
I think that was a mistake on the play clock, but no big deal. Run it out. Come out the second quarter. Let's go.
So into the first quarter, your score: Roosevelt 6, East Central Hornets 3. We'll give you a moment, fan, to enjoy the atmosphere and ambiance here at East Central High School. Roosevelt band playing. East Central band will fire it up here in a moment. We'll sit and not talk for a moment. Bosenko fires one up. That's not Bosenko. That's Austin Bevier with the pass. We mentioned Bosenko came off a little earlier with a limp. Coming back on now, though.
Fourth down, Hornets.
Bosenko, number 5 in the black socks. Austin Bevier, also a quarterback, wearing the yellow socks, in case you're wondering.
Underclassman, sophomore. He's possibly one of the future stars of East Central High School. He's already out there getting some looks, and of course, you saw that he can make those throws.
Field goal attempt upcoming. Gauna has plenty of leg. Aim is there as well. Field goal for the Hornets. Call it 6-6 now because that's the score.
East Central is looking very good on special teams tonight. Not simply just the two for two on the field goals, but also great coverage. Watch the placement of these kicks. The opening kickoff was a touchback where the ball sailed right into the end zone. The second kickoff was received at about the 1 yard line, and the coverage was outstanding.
If you look at your screens right now, coming from right to left, big shout out to those guys holding the ECH flags. That's the East Central Army JROTC. Congratulations, welcome, and thank you to those gentlemen for doing what they do tonight.
They're more than just
and ladies, sorry.
And ladies, of course. They're more, of course, than just being in their uniforms and formation. Those athletes or those young future aspiring soldiers work out as well too. To see them running on the field and all the push-ups and all the things they need to do.
Daniel Gaona. Resets the ball after that non-existent wind blows it over. Nothing doing for wind tonight, Barry.
Not at all. That's a flag.
Referee will throw the flag because the ball is kicked directly out of bounds with no one else touching it prior. 5-yard procedural penalty, I believe. And you're right, Barry, they do elect to re-kick it instead of penalizing yardage-wise.
I think this bodes well for East Central. That was a first real mistake on special teams. If Gaona can get that ball down, he has plenty of leg. If he get that down to about the 5-yard line.
He's been putting it in the end zone last couple of shots, so yeah, definitely down the 5-yard line. There you go. Ball fielded by number 1, Deshaun Washington. Washington spinning and driving. Gets up to the 30-yard line for a first down. Roosevelt.
That was a good return. Good kick. He couldn't get a lot of height on it, but he definitely got a lot of distance.
Jonathan Martinez, Jeremy Obregon, and others on the tackle. Nice tight offensive line there for Roosevelt. One receiver up top, one down below. Shift the power to the left-hand side.
Tackle over.
And we'll hand off to that side. Oh, big stop. Hornets not allowing that one. Tackle made by number 15, Zachary Vidal.
Flag on the field.
Flag on the play.
It's like number 77 for the Rough Riders. Came up a little gimpy. That's Jeremiah Bustamante. Yeah, they're big and powerful on that line for Roosevelt. East Central's not going to be as big, and most offensive lines are bigger than the defensive lines. And with that tackle over, that gives them, they can outflank the defense. But some adjustments made by the defensive coaching staff in East Central, able to gobble up at least that particular tackle over play. Look for Roosevelt, as they've done all night, come back with streaks where they're going to send their receivers deep. They think that they might have something on us in the secondary, specifically our cornerbacks, which are much smaller than their receivers, than Roosevelt's receivers, but we'll see.
Yeah, just looking at them now, that good 6-inch difference, both sides of the field between our corners and their receivers. 85 down on the near side of the field. He was opposite of Aiden Pathafone. They've switched it around now, Aiden up top. Down below here, the corner is number 22, Elijah Simons.
I think that East Central's going to run a cover 2 where they are going to simply guard the receivers man-to-man and have 2 deep. Have the linebacker potentially, and they go to twitch set or twitch set on the right of 2 receivers on the right or left.
Yeah, they got 2 up top there.
Have the linebacker guard against a flag.
They do have 2 up top there, 4 and 14. Sending one of the big men over to talk to coach about something.
I think the coach had an issue with the white hat or the person in charge of the referees going to come over and talk to Coach Hubbard. Yeah, there's some issue, possibly maybe blood or maybe uniform issue. There's a flag on the play. It makes me wonder why it happened, why they didn't move the ball. But they'll sort it out down there. We'll see what happens. But at the moment, it does appear to be still 1st and 10. Like it was a dead ball foul, like it didn't happen. But no movement.
Well, Tyron Miller waving his hands as if he wanted to decline the penalty. Referee gives 3 claps and doesn't look like we're going anywhere with that ball.
Now they change the down marker. Now it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10 it is.
So defense held. Nicely done.
2nd and 10 it is for the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Ball at the 29-yard line. Tyron Miller, the quarterback. 1 running back to his left. 1 receiver up top, 2 down below. Handoff to the running back, number 6, Brennan Carroll. Loss.
I'm sorry, James. Go ahead.
Loss of the play. Loss on the play of 2 yards. 3rd down now and 12. Go ahead.
So East Central cheated a little bit. They guessed right. They felt that Roosevelt was going to run, which is their MO. They sent a run blitz. They had the linebackers coming. There was no doubt what was going to happen. There was no check to any receivers, no other routes. They were simply going to run the ball. East Central gets right.
Pass complete to the outside, number 85.
Pass completed to number 85.
That's Luis Vasquez, it is.
Riders 1st down.
Dylan Coleman, my apologies. In any case, enough for a Roosevelt 1st down.
You have big receivers. That's what happened. East Central's playing inside technique. Receiver caught the ball, didn't wrap up. Got that 1st down.
Roosevelt rolls right. Tyron sees a receiver, hits him downfield. Nice strike to the receiver, number 14, Andrew Price.
On the reception.
Price on his way down, it looked like, but Tyron Miller fires it in right on the spot, enough for a 15, 20-yard gain in the 1st down.
Like Caden Bosenko, Tyron Miller, a good passer using his legs. He's sitting in the pocket. East Central wants him to sit in the pocket. Using his legs, he's accurate, he's quick. That ball comes out with authority.
What I have not seen is them turn that play upfield much for a big run game.
Flag on the play. Oh, false start.
False start, the call against the offense. Be a 5-yard penalty. Replay the 1st down. As I was saying, when he does roll right, Barry, it's usually going to be a pass, and I haven't seen him curl it upfield from there.
It's a good eye.
Coming up, fans, at halftime, interview with East Central's athletic director, Suzette Areola. And, of course, stick around for the 2nd half of halftime. It's your East Central Hornet Band. Y'all love them. You'll get a big taste of them as well. $14 on the reception with a short pickup out to the 37-yard line. Several Hornets in on the tackle. Cornell George, number 10. 44, Timothy Huff. Not related to my colleague, Barry Huff.
Not that I know of anyway. Although I do have a son named Timothy. Second
Line up.
7.
Go ahead, Barry.
Watch.
2 receivers up high, 2 down low. Take it away.
They're going to run.
They are going to run it. to number 6, just outside the line. Carroll, the running back, taken down by JJ. Who is JJ?
That's Juan Hernandez.
But Juan Hernandez is not a defensive player.
Well, he has been moved back there. In fact, last year they moved a lot of skill positions around, and JJ is right at home at linebacker.
Yeah, he was a great running back last year, doing good things at the defensive end this year. Timeout called by the Hornets. Your score is being blocked by East Central Superintendent Roland Toscano. Don't tell him I said that. But what is the score, Barry? I honestly can't see it from here. 6-6 is the scoreboard.
And going back to JJ, what's interesting is that the older you get, whoever you are in your life, you know that there are things that you are willing to sacrifice. You may have wanted to play a position. You may have wanted to do something. But the older you get, the senior leadership, he's still a running back, but he's now doing something different, something that he truly loves. He loves that middle linebacker position. He loves the backer position. They'll have him all over that backer, the maybe outside backer, inside backer, all over the field. His running back speed comes in strong, especially in pursuit. He knows the defense. He knows his teammates. And being able to make that sacrifice is just a good lesson for this captain. JJ's one of the captains for his teammates.
Rough Rider ball now, 3rd down and 4. Call it the 34-yard line. Quads up top there, Barry, and a stacked diamond formation. And they kept it. Quarterback keeper, bad decision. Oh, ball goes loose. Pick it up and see ya. Oh, bad block there. Should be a flag flown on that, but not one thrown. Nevertheless, fumble recovery. East Central returns down to the 4-yard line. 50-yard plus fumble recovery and run back. East Central got lucky they didn't call that back another 20 yards.
But that was aggression on that football. They put a helmet on the ball, had that, they sniffed out the play. East Central's adjustments on the defense have really come on strong.
Well, we had 4 wide receivers up top. The quarterback was alone in the backfield, runs it up, no protection whatsoever. So you got the whole front line of the Hornets zoomed in on that quarterback, and that's what happened. Caden Bosenko now, 3-yard line for the Hornets. Bosenko hands off, and Bosenko's in there. Fake handoff, Bosenko up the middle. Touchdown, Hornets. And there's your East Central Hornet Band. I'll raise the window. You can hear them a little better. Gauna set up to kick the extra point. Speaking of the window here, Barry, let's talk about our digs here after this extra point. Up, and did they get a piece of it? No, it's good. The score from the other side of Superintendent Roland Toscano's body, 13-6. So, Barry, last year when we decided to put this thing together, we didn't really have much room up here in the press box, but we said, hey, there's that little room right there by the door where everyone comes in and out. And usually it's screaming bloody heck when they come in that door. So we're literally 2 feet from that door. So from time to time, if you hear a door slam, if you hear East Central District Athletic Director come through here yelling not the best language in the world. Now you know why. We're right there by the door, and that's where we're stuck.
Well, you know, Suzanne Ariel is the #1 cheerleader. She's quite an athlete, by the way. Cheerleaders are all athletes, but she's a #1 cheerleader for this district. You'll hear her from time to time. She's enthusiastic, and it's nothing to be ashamed of because the field of play right now, the boys have looked really good. The defense have been aggressive. Special teams have been outstanding.
And a reminder, stick around at halftime. Beginning of halftime, we will interview East Central District Athletic Director, Miss Suzette Areola. Gaona with another great kick.
Let's go.
Oh. Flag on the play, not sure what the penalty was.
Here's the penalty.
But return back to the 24. Go ahead, Barry.
I think the penalty is this. So when you jump over somebody, you can't. It's either going to be a hold, or if you jump over somebody, they have to have all hands on the ground. And they're going to start calling that penalty more and more. It's going to be a legal procedure, or it's going to be a hold. Fans are not going to like this, but truly that's the rule. You have to have hands on the ground before you jump over somebody.
I have never heard of that. I have been educated. You say it can be a hold?
It is not a hold, because I thought I saw a little bit of holding, but it could have been holding on Roosevelt. But if somebody hurdles over a player, they have to actually be on the ground, have to have hands on the ground. You can't just, for some reason, that's a penalty that's rarely called.
All in the line of safety, I'm guessing. Okay, bring the tackle over to the right-hand side, set up strong on that side. Referee's calling a halt to procedures once again.
He's probably trying to just work it over, talk over what's happening with the tackle over, where they set when they made that motion over. This is a old school play. It really works, and it's been working over East Central a little bit, but East Central's starting to sniff it out. But it's just referee and umpire needed to talk, make sure that they were on the same page.
Make sure everything that's going on is legal. And same play by Roosevelt. Shift the power to the right-hand side. Handoff to the right-hand side. Number 6, speedy out of the backfield, but taken down Brennan Carroll. Out to the 20-yard line, just about a yard short of the first down. Second down now.
And he looked good. That running back there, he ran 10 times against Laredo Alexander last week, 50-something yards, 52 yards, I believe. And you saw right there, he's tough and he's quick. And that line was bullhocking. That tackle over right, nice. Worked well for that play.
Stacked up on the left side, stacked up on the right side, 2 on each part of the field. Quarterback looks left. And all kinds of Hornets there, but fortunately for Roosevelt, they only needed a yard on the pickup, and that they got 2 yards for a Roosevelt first down.
Looks a little unusual, but what Roosevelt likes to do, their staple, they like to stack their receivers, basically giving them another set of blockers, and that's what happened there. They stacked both receivers, and it gave the quarterback options. Made the throw.
Although I will say, I don't know if it's a function of the blocker being so far away from the receiver, but East Central's getting behind that blocker, and they're getting to that receiver.
Just a wide receiver. They're not the greatest blockers in the world. They want to try. They try, though.
There you go. That's the number 6 again. Brennan Carroll, this time for about 6 yards. Call it 7 to the 31-yard line.
It's a tough little running back. I believe he's a sophomore.
Indeed, 10th grader.
Circle that number.
Well, the adjustment has been made then by Roosevelt. Speed up the middle is the new call. 3 straight plays for yardage gain. Timothy Huff on the stop for the Hornets. And referees indicate another first down.
Roosevelt's starting. They like how much time is left on the clock. They're going to try to grind this out, old school style. 10-play drive, run. maybe mix it up with the play action. Maybe have the quarterback use their legs. But it does appear just run. Is that number 19? Is that another quarterback?
Into the game now?
Yes, number 19.
Is going to be Brian Roeder, a quarterback wide receiver. Yes, sir.
Tackle over.
Tackle over. All power to left-hand side. No receivers up top. 19. Ooh. Big hit by Treyshawn Johnson. 19 going nowhere.
I'm looking on the sidelines. It looks like the quarterback, number 11, has his helmet off in his hand for Roosevelt. Their backup quarterback is here to stay for a little bit.
19 that is then. Number 19 is Brian Roeder, we mentioned. Junior quarterback.
The senior, Miller, is still on the sideline.
Number 6, Brendan Carroll, the running back. Back into the right of Roeder. That pass was behind the line or behind the quarterback.
Which is a fumble.
Carroll recovered.
Time left, 4 minutes.
4 minutes remaining in the first half.
The starting quarterback for Roosevelt is not getting any medical attention. He's just right there next to the coach. I wonder about the move.
Oh, flag, no flag. Jonathan Martinez on coverage for the Hornets. Question is, did he get a little jersey? Referees say no.
Not at all. It was at the same time. Why was he going to get knocked down going for the ball at the same time? I'm going to give that to number 10, Cornell George, your boy.
Quick snap before the Hornets get set, but the punt gets off. Ball fumbled by Treyshawn. Decides to get up and give it a try anyway. Treyshawn tackled by all Rough Riders except the kicker.
Just about the entire Roosevelt
Fielded
Rough Rider
team.
student body was on that tackle. That was a lot, a lot of tacklers. Speaking of a lot of people, it is good looking out in the stands right now and seeing how many people are out there. It feels good. It's exciting to see them all.
Most definitely. Of course, you're referring to the difference in this year and last year with the COVID going around last year. One of the subjects of our conversation with Suzette Areola at halftime, I would think. Bosenko with another bullet fired but picked off by big number 8, sticking his hand up. Roman Salazar. Interception and run back to the 14-yard line. Bosenko threw another zip line shot. It was headed somewhere. That was our most balls.
That was a lot of heat. But again, what you're seeing that when he drops back straight, that is what Roosevelt wants. When he can roll out, he is way more dangerous. He can sit back in the pocket. He can do it. He has those tools. But I feel that he's way more dangerous when they roll him out like they've been doing all game long.
So East Central defense, time to shine. Roosevelt gets the reception off to big receiver number 85. Dylan Coleman on the reception down to about the 1-yard line. First and goal, Rough Riders. Nice throw across the field, across the body. Hitting that receiver, and he's a big guy. He'll run over a few of those defenders. And in fact, it took a couple of them to get him down.
And they have another quarterback in for Roosevelt, number 85.
85 was the receiver that just caught the pass.
And now he's the quarterback.
He is indeed. He lined up as quarterback. Missed the snap. Timeout, Roosevelt.
Let me guess what's going to happen on this play. They're going to snap the ball to number 85. Guess what 85 is going to do?
Probably run over a couple of bodies.
He hopes so. Well, let's see what our defense has. I believe that was that a timeout called by the Hornets?
No, that was a Roosevelt timeout.
So I'm looking at the clock, which it says 2:47. We have the Hornets 13, Roosevelt 6. 1 timeout remaining for the Rough Riders, 2 for the Hornets. Plenty of time left in this game.
Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants, what is he going to do?
He's going to do exactly what you said.
Oh, okay.
There's a direct snap to number 85. If everything is, but it's not anymore. Number 11, the starting quarterback for Roosevelt, Tyron Miller, is back in the game.
They're rolling right.
Rolling right. Oh, tackle over.
They're still rolling
left.
right. They're still rolling right. They're rolling right. Oh, handoff, running left into the end zone. Touchdown, Roosevelt. Handoff to the lone running back, number 6, was it?
I couldn't quite see, but that sounds right because
it's going to be 20-something, 20, 21?
Is it 21 who just running off right now? Treyshawn Henry.
Treyshawn Henry, I believe, 21 on the touchdown. Point after attempt will be attempted by number 83, Jeffrey Silva. And it's good.
Had a little issue with that snap, but they got it down. Young man tied up the game for his Roosevelt Rough Riders.
Tied at 13 now, 13-13 with 2:41 remaining in the first half. I'm enjoying this one, Barry.
This is a good game. This is fun. I am so glad that I can't predict what happens in a game. I would have told you before this game started that it would have been run, another case of run. But both teams have been mixing it up. Roosevelt is game. It came out, scouted up East Central pretty good. East Central came out game, scouted up Roosevelt pretty good. And what do you know? It's a 13-13 slugfest. Both defenses have played pretty good. Both defenses have generated turnovers deep in their opponents' they're deep in their territory.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I couldn't even think of the word.
I don't think I thought of the right one either, but
territory. But let's see this.
83 set to kick off. Jeffrey Silva back for the Hornets.
2:41 left in the game in the first half.
Break 3, number 3, Treyshawn. Treyshawn gets through, gets down to the 42-yard line of Roosevelt. Treyshawn Johnson.
Touchdown saving tackle by number 83, the kicker, Jeffrey Silva.
83, Jeffrey Silva on the saving tackle, but Treyshawn with a near 60-yard run back. Maybe he should fumble every
What happens is
kickoff.
The kids are thinking a lot when they get the ball cleanly. He didn't have enough time to think. He just took a deep breath, boom, exploded out. 2:28 left.
Tack on
half.
A penalty, another 5 yards against Roosevelt, and we'll set up things at the 38-yard line. First down, Hornets. Kenyon McClure, 39, around the right side with a big block. Who hit that block, Barry?
Number 8.
Number 8, Austin Vivier, a quarterback wide receiver type.
Just an all-around athlete.
All-around athlete. Sets the block for Kenyon for a pickup of about 8 yards. Second down now and 2.
And Kenyon took that ball. He was running hard.
Caden Bosenko making his way around, making his way upfield down to the 10-yard line. First down, Hornets. Caden Bosenko just using the feet, using his vision. First down, Hornets.
Making up for the interception. How do you make up for it? Man, you put the ball in your own hands, call your own number.
Around the outside, Kenyon McClure. And still yet to call it. No, we're short of the touchdown. Officials spotting the ball at the 7-yard line. I did not see that happen.
That's okay. I will say that that offensive line. Watch the offensive line. This blocking. This is a great series for the offensive line for the Hornets.
Caden Bosenko. Caden Bosenko rolling left, looking left. Option available to the left. He puts it in himself. Caden Bosenko, touchdown, Hornets.
He had more options than himself, but he really wanted to call his own number, making up for that interception. You see him dip that shoulder and knock that guy down. He just really wanted that touchdown. This is a great series for the Hornets.
Fans, Barry and I are having a time of our lives here listening to stadium announcer Brandon Oliver. Point is up and good. Oh, it's blocked off the upright. Barry and I are having a great time listening to our stadium announcer Brandon Oliver. A year ago, Brandon Oliver kind of knew at this, but he has developed and he is a star announcer now. Fans enjoying him out there. Keep up the good work, Brandon.
Good job, Brandon. And I think the crowd is receptive to it. He's really putting his WWE into it. He's really laying the pipes down, doing a good job PA address announcing today.
Once again, ROTC running by, putting up the ECHS for all the fans. Everybody's running on that sideline now. Adrenaline's flowing. Pep in the step. Excitement in the action.
I'm excited for the offensive line. Anytime you have a lot of running, that means that the offensive line is firing off. It means that your receivers and other skill players are blocking the way. It's just really wonderful to see.
Be interesting to try to head over to our stats man up here in the booth at halftime and see how we're doing on running.
Special thanks to Express News for being up here, giving them running stats. Do a great job.
Check them out at the Express News website. Well, looks like fumbling the kickoff is the thing to do these days.
Allows them to set up their blocks. They're not running past their blocks. Doing good.
14, the run back man there, 14, Andrew Price, fumbles it at the point of his catch, but manages to squeeze about 35 out of it.
Good blocks all the way for the Roosevelt Rough Riders special teams.
Line up 2 receivers high, 2 down below. Hand off to the left-hand side, number 6 for the Rough Riders. Number 6 is Brennan Carroll.
Gain of about 5, 2nd and 5 for Roosevelt.
Second down,
Big hit by number 14 for the Hornets, Montrell Terry, finally brought down by his assistants behind him. Gain of a few, 3rd down now, and 4 to go.
Trying to string him out down the line. Quarter running back dipping his shoulder, trying to see if he can break one. Good job by the Hornets.
Trips left, quarterback looks right, throws one up. Terry, Montrell Terry out there to defend. No chance at that one. 85, that big receiver coming up a little skimpy on the walk.
Yeah, he does look hurt a little bit. It was good coverage. Possibly could have been pass interference, but he just wasn't running hard enough. He wasn't really making a break on the ball, so the back judge went ahead and let the play on.
On a 4th down now, we'll set up for a punt. Back for the Hornets, number 3, Treyshawn Johnson.
39 seconds left in the first half.
Avery Kane or Austin Vivier back there to help him out. Ball to Vivier's side. Fumbles it. And Hornets recover at the 39-yard line.
Woo! We're having some issues with just securing that ball on the punts, but thankfully it was East Central ball.
Hornets set up once again at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10. .27 seconds remaining in the half. Once again, upcoming at halftime, interview with East Central District Athletic Director, Suzette Areola. Bosenko looking deep, sees Jack Stewart out there, and Jack gets a fingertip on it. Defender gets a few more fingertips on it. Defender there looks like number 3. I believe it is number 3, Wesley Hall.
They have some really good cover corners out there.
Give the credit to number 2, Levon Williams.
On those streaks, they're covered very well. It's the slants and the deep ends that the Hornets are a bit more successful tonight.
Bosenko inside for a pickup of 6 yards on the play. Kenyon McClure, number 39, on the run. Might have been number 26, yeah. 26, Quincy Brown. Have not heard his name in a couple of series. And there you go, fans. And there you go, fans. At the end of the half, 19-13, East Central. Coming up soon, our interview with Suzette Areola, East Central Athletic Director. Okay. All right, fans, as promised, here we are with East Central's athletic director for the district, Suzette Areola. Welcome, Suzette Areola.
Welcome back, Hornet Nation. We are so excited to have everyone back tonight. And good Lord, look at this stadium. It is full of energy, isn't it there, Mr.
We have
Bryant?
not seen a stadium like this in quite a while. Of course,
Yeah.
fans missing last year. We got the full complement of bands. We got our full drill team units out here. Everything's sparkly, everything's glowing, and we got some Friday night football going on.
We do. Those Hornets sure look good, don't they?
Better than good. They're surprising Barry and I quite a bit all around, all aspects of the game, offense, defense, all around the field.
Definitely. They played really well last week. We were very excited to come off that win against Canyon. It's been a couple years since we've beaten Canyon, so that was good for us. And actually, it's been a while since we've beaten Roosevelt. So if we can come out 2-0 after the first 2 weeks, we're going to feel real good about ourselves going into that next game. Watch out, San Marcos. Here we come.
We have to feel good. Again, we haven't changed districts. We're in that same old district. So we got some tough games coming up, but it's nice to get that moral victory at the beginning and start off with a bang and with some momentum.
Absolutely. Our boys have worked extremely hard. You know, the year of COVID put a little damper on us, but what I'm going to say about East Central ISD and our superintendent, Roland Toscano, and our school board is that they supported the athletic department as well as all the extracurriculars. But when it came to athletics, we had everything we needed, and we never stopped. Out of the 8 teams in our district, the one thing we were really proud of is that we played next man up. We did not have to forfeit not one varsity contest last year, be it volleyball, basketball, football, anything. So we were very proud of that. We did take a couple lumps here and there playing short, but we were excited to make sure that we had a varsity team out on that field or that court every single game.
I've heard that phrase thrown about here down, next man up, and you just touched on it, but could you expand a little bit more or tell us exactly what you mean by that?
Well, unfortunately, COVID, you never know who it's going to hit. I'm here today, and I could be at home tomorrow, just like with these kids. And so we had to make sure that our freshman teams and our JV teams were in shape and ready to go, because if we had 2 or 3 varsity, depending on the sport, of course, but, basketball, we got hit with it. We barely missed the playoffs where we should have been in there, but we did get some COVID cases that hit us. And unfortunately, we brought some JV kids up, or our varsity kids did step up, but we played probably 5 games short, 5 or 6 varsity boy basketball players that really contribute. But we didn't ask for us to reschedule that game. We went ahead and played next man up, whether it was someone from the JV team or the freshman team. We just made sure we filled a varsity team every week.
I very much like the phrase, and by the way, it goes just as well for the academic side here too. Next man up, teachers were covering for themselves, etc. We were ready for it, and we did well.
Absolutely. So proud of our school district as a whole. I mean, athletics, yes, but I just speaking to Principal Shane McKay again and Mr. Toscano, all of our schools, we just kept pushing through whatever the kids needed. We were there to provide for them and for our community also.
So last year, Suzette, it was a big surprise, and it just kind of hit us, and we did not have any off-season training. How about this year? How did this year's off-season training go? And what were you planning for? What were you expecting? What was a surprise?
Wow, well, you talk about excitement there. I mean, yes, you're right. We didn't get to have a lot of training last summer or skills, or we didn't even have any skill camps for all of our kids here in our community. This year, we were busting at the seams, extremely happy with the numbers. I mean, we were doubled numbers compared to our camps in the years past, our skill camps, our strength and conditioning camps. Our kids were here all summer long, working hard to try and catch up. Of course, staying within those UIL guidelines, we know that, but we were here. Our coaches were here, and they weren't even getting paid. They were doing it because it was what was right for kids and for their program. As you stated earlier, we're in a district that no one's gonna feel sorry for us. We got to roll up our sleeves and get in there and fight every single game. And at the end of the day, that's what the Hornets do. We push up our sleeves, roll them up, and we're going to fight every single night, no matter what the scoreboard says at the end of the game. When you play East Central, be it Lady Hornets or the Hornets, you're going to know that you're in for a battle.
All right, one last question. what is the game that you're looking forward to? Kind of putting you on the spot. What's the big game you're looking forward to this year?
Well,
Our first playoff game. You want to?
Yeah, let's put a little pressure on Joe Hubbard. We're excited. I'm ready to start district. I'd be happy to start with those skill nights next week. Like you said, our district, we're not running away from it. We're ready to go. I think the boys are playing well. As long as we can stay healthy, we have a chance. We're going to be in every game. And I know Coach Hubbard and their staff have worked extremely hard this summer. And we've got to change some things up. And we've got a whole new strength and conditioning plan with Coach Roy there, Coach O, and what he's doing with our boys and our girls. We are so excited about the strength and conditioning program as a whole for all of our boys.
Well, Suzette, thank you very much for talking with us. Fans, if y'all have never met Suzette or if you've never even seen her, she is an active participant in every athletic event out here. You'll see her running around in her shorts with her visor. She's the one with the visor. She rides her yellow bicycle around it. Nothing wrong with that. Love it. But you can't miss Suzette. Go up and talk to her. Ask her a question or two if you got it. She'll be glad to talk to you about what's going on and the great things here at East Central.
There are a lot of great things, sir, aren't there?
Absolutely.
All right. I appreciate you.
We appreciate you.
And Barry for all your time up here, for doing the Facebook Live and giving the opportunity to our community that can't make it out here. If you couldn't make it tonight, folks, let me tell you, come on back out. We'll be back home in 2 weeks, and we're excited to get this thing going.
Friday Night Football, the greatest show on earth.
Absolutely. There's no better place to be than
East Central is the place to be. Go Hornets.
All right. Go Hornets.
Thanks, Suzette.
Bye-bye.
There you go, fans of Teddy Roosevelt Rough Rider Band, along with their drill team. Coming up soon, don't miss it, your East Central Hornet Band. Grab yourself a taco, something to drink. Hornet Band coming up soon after the Roosevelt Band.
Get on your feet and put your hands together. The Rough Rider Band plays the TR fight song. Dental director Al's ready. Cheerleader coach is Judy Wilson. And your cavalier coaches are Judy Wilson and Allison Reddy.
Jeez, she weighs 15 pounds. I can't.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the field the East Central Golden Hornet Band. The Golden Hornet Band is under the field direction of drum major Edwin Powell. Corner colonel is Emma St. Clair. Lieutenant colonel is Alfie Zahab. This week's band members of the week are Trinity Velez and Ryan Pollock. This week's freshmen of the week are Olivia Sagan and Julian Gutierrez. This week's section of the week is the clarinets. This week's color guard member of the week is Jasmine Smith. Tonight, the Golden Hornet Band will perform Blinding Lights, the Super Bowl smash hit by the weekend. Please welcome the award-winning East Central Untitled Varsity dance team and the Golden Stars drill team. Golden Star officer is Colonel Mia Perez. Golden Star of the week is Abigail Rodriguez. Honeybee officers are Lieutenant Angelina Martinez, Lieutenant Alyssa Galvan, Major Elise Green, Lieutenant Colonel Shelby Pionzik, and Colonel Juliana Moreno. Honeybees of the week are seniors Lilia Oxford and Allison Pedersen. The Hornet Band, Honeybees, and Golden Stars would like to thank Principal Shane McKay, Superintendent Rose Toscano, and Athletic Director Suzette Ariola. Good night, and as always, go Hornets!
Did you come over here to see me? What happened? Okay, you're good? You're working? Okay, be good. I got one that well, you need a tag team because record purchasing when they book them. I know. I thought I remember that, you know, there was a word I in high school, the concert class, and the fucking group of that.
All right, we're back to the second half.
Roosevelt Rough Riders.
East Central warming up, getting ready. Warming up the mouthpieces. Roll off. Here comes the fight song. And here come your East Central Hornets. Left, right to left on their screen. East Central Hornets. Up front, Big Ten, Cornell George. Not hearing his name a lot tonight. Part 2, second half. Number 9 leading the pack as well. Back deep for the Hornets, number 3, Treyshawn Johnson, number 8, Austin Beater, and number 83 for Roosevelt, Jeffrey Seelbaum to kick off. Here we go, fans. Check it out. I think I've been in the end zone will be a touchback, so it'll be 25 up. Samuel Paget quick to set up top side. Down below, receiver number 11, Jack Stewart. Is good.
First down, Hornets.
Little action on the and kicked off by Roosevelt.
Interception by number 2, Legon Wilkins.
Hornets saw a little jump there, looking for the free play, but it ends up being an interception by Roosevelt. Number 2.
First down, Rough Riders.
Except you don't like the clock in the first 30 seconds.
You don't, but
and from the middle for 3 yards on the play.
Malcolm.
31
Tackle by number 42,
and left from number 11, Tyron Miller.
Second down, Rough Riders.
And off this side to number 34, it would appear.
Malcolm on the run.
Sean Malcolm, 31. And number 99 for the Hornets race on the north side.
And Mark Hagan on the tackle. Third down, Rough Riders. Let's go defense.
Rough Riders now at the 39-yard line, third down and 6. Pass over the middle, the crossing play is complete to number 14, Andrew Price for a first down.
Catch by Andrew Price.
About 5 yards behind the
First down,
linebackers
Rough
there.
Riders.
Big catch in the backfield. Now another flag, looking like unnecessary reference against the Hornets on that tackle. So a couple of
Tackle by number 10,
issues to be addressed.
Cornell George.
CD. There's a jump off sides first. I'm not sure if they're going to call. But definitely some sort of run this offense. Referees have had plenty to talk about tonight.
Second game of the season. This crew is more than likely work together. There is a crew. It looks like a personal foul called against the Hornets. That definitely roughing their passers definitely called. But again, this is their second game. They get better. Things become more efficient for them as the season goes on.
Tyron Miller changing his mind, looks to the sideline for a new play. Doesn't like the coverage on the right-hand side. Double coverage up top. So they'll try the handoff inside to number 31. Successful for about 5 yards. 31 is Sean Malcolm.
Looks like a little change of pace in the back right there. In the running backs for Roosevelt. Again, you have number 31 running pretty tough inside. They have that speedy, quick, strong underclassman number 6 leading off the game. Definitely, Roosevelt does appear like changing out their skill players as the game wears on.
They ran 3 different quarterbacks, maybe even 4 that first half on certain occasions.
Yeah, that receiver actually lined up as a quarterback briefly.
Yes, sir.
Wow, it's just they have a lot of depth. They feel like they have a lot of kids that play many positions.
Might have been trying a little trickeration with a 85 lined up as quarterback. Nevertheless, third down now for Rough Riders at the 24-yard line, 23.
There's no trick here. This is going to number 85, top side of the screen.
Oh, nice run by the quarterback, saving that play and getting out to the first down. Rough Riders to the 18-yard line. First down and 10, Rough Riders.
A lot of patience by the quarterback for the Rough Riders. If nobody back there protect him. He read it correctly. Central had a blitz on. It was the correct blitz. He just beat the blitz with his legs.
James LaBelle at home says we're having issues with audio. Haven't heard anything else from anyone else. James will keep an ear and an eye out for it. Roll out right. Little extracurricular going on outside of the sideline marker, but the tackle made nevertheless by number 4, Jonathan Martinez.
On the reception, number 14, Andrew Price.
Roosevelt set up at the 10-yard line, it would appear. Big tackle. First time his number is called tonight. Cornell George, number 10. Got the speed, got the size. Does not miss many of those tackles when he has the opportunity.
Nice tackle on the quarterback keep. Roosevelt, this is a lengthy drive. They trying to wear down the Hornet defense and see what type of resolve the Hornets have.
Third down and 2. Got at least the 2, perhaps about 5 on that play. Flag Not called where you might think it'd be on the hit against 85. I think it's against 85's protest on not receiving the original flag. So we'll see how the referees sort that one out. There will be some sort of unsportsmanlike contact. It was after the play. Referee was eyeing number 85 when he threw it up very intently into the air. Unsportsmanlike contact against the Hornets. For some reason, Barry, I've got hooked on the word nevertheless tonight, and I've said it 5 times. I don't think I've said nevertheless 5 times in my life.
You're just being fancy. I think that's what that is.
I wish I wouldn't be. It's annoying when you hear yourself say things you've never said before. Quarterback rolls to the right. Ty Miller handled by this Hornet defense. A flag on the play again, though.
That's definitely defensive offsides. They let that play go on. Normally that's a jump by the defense.
East Central Drumline getting the fans fired up down there in the student section. They've still not sent the invitation out to me to come play with them.
James, as a young man, played drums in Austin.
Ty Miller looking sideline for a perhaps adjustment in the play. Interesting that everybody on the right side of that line looked over at the sideline. Nobody on the left side looked.
I think that's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown, Roosevelt.
They're saying not a touchdown.
Well,
now
there
there's a
they
touchdown.
are.
There it is.
Referees indicate that the ball has crossed the goal line. Touchdown, Roosevelt.
Good job by the line judge running up the line, ensuring that 2 things. That number 1, that the ball did cross, and number 2, the athletes roll off and ensure that they're not hurting each other.
Jeffrey Silva, 83, will take 3 steps and send it skyward. And he's straight enough to gain an extra point off of it.
So off that turnover, that's plus 7 points. Plus 7 points for the Rough Riders. Rough Riders 20, Hornets 19.
At 6:11 remaining in the third quarter. Tell you what, Barry, this is just kind of fun. Back with some Friday night football, home team.
It is wonderful. We've been chomping at the bit a bit. A lot of scrimmages, watching practices. Of course, we had from the East Central perspective, it was Wednesday night football for our middle schools, both Legacy, Central Heritage, East Central Legacy, making us proud on Wednesday night. The girls, our middle school girls, also rocking it for East Central Heritage and East Central Legacy. And now everybody comes together for varsity volleyball, and of course what we're watching right now, varsity football.
Vivier and Treyshawn back. I totally lost the ball in the dark here. I don't know what happened on that play.
I think they're re-kicking it. Everybody's seem to have lost it. I'm looking at the Roosevelt side, the Hornets side. Either that was kicked out of bounds, or I don't see any laundry, any flags.
There is a
field.
flag. The back judge here indicated a penalty against the Rough Riders offsides.
And so East Central had a choice, and they're good. The choice is the decision that they made was go ahead and make Roosevelt kick again. See if their athlete, their kicker, can do the gig the second time in a row.
Reset the ball then at the 35-yard line for the kickoff. 83, Jeffrey Silva handling those duties. Treyshawn handles to the 20. Upfield to the 30, where he's tackled at about the 32-yard line by number 26 for Roosevelt, Caleb Kimmer. Correction, Jonte Burgess.
That was a nice tackle. Good return. Nice tackle. Let's go Hornets.
So every once in a while, we're bringing number 2 and number 7 together, Tadion and Avery, to run the little slot positions. That's Tadion in motion. Nice little play there. So they fake the handoff to the running back, turn and face that little slot receiver who stepped back looking for it. Slot receiver takes it and runs upfield for about 3 or 4.
It's one of the good news of Caden Bosenko being able to run well. Because he can run well, then the linebackers are going to key on him, and then he can pitch it and leaving those running backs free on the pitch.
We'll stay there with number 7, Avery Kane in motion. Avery stops and turns back the other way. Bosenko tosses to him, and Avery Kane out past the first down marker, where he's hit by number 7, Nathan Benavides.
And it was a great hit. He's a safety. That's the type of hit that a safety wants. The running back's going to be all running tall, thinking they have a break. Boom, just instant stop. It's a great tackle, but great blocking by the Hornets. Nice first down.
So this is a special package that the Hornets run every once in a while. It's that number 2, Tadion Lott, number 7, Avery Kane, smaller slot receivers, and they come in and out together. And they've got special plays designed especially for them. This time up the middle, 26, Quincy Brown.
We called his number at the beginning of the game for Roosevelt, number 52. A lot at the beginning. I believe that was Kenny Ray. And Kenny Ray plugged up the middle, and the ends crashed out on the quarterback. There was nothing doing for the Hornets. 2nd and 10.
Notice, as I just said, they brought out 2 and 7, put Austin Vivier back in instead, along with a bigger receiver in 81. He'll hit the H-back position. Kenyon McClure in the backfield with Bosenko. Austin Vivier in motion. Go to the power on the left. Kenyon McClure for 3 yards. 3rd down now and about 6 yards remaining. 25, Jonathan Cordaway, the tackler.
I would love for them to roll out Bosenko on this play right here. They're going to be coming hard. I would love to see him roll out. Find a little drag route.
Vivier in motion in front of Bosenko. Stops here on the right-hand side. Bosenko turns left, passes downfield, and it's almost picked off.
I did like the rollout. I would have, but going to that left side is a tough pass. That was great coverage by Roosevelt. But I did like seeing him roll out. Would have loved to see him roll out to his right, though, being a right-handed quarterback. With that being said, good stop by the Roosevelt Rough Riders. East Central's out to punt.
Samuel Padgett, the receiver on that side, had about a yard between himself and the sideline for Bosenko to squeeze it into. And the tough throw defense play was great as well. Number 1, Deshaun Washington. Vivier back to punt. Remember, he is a quarterback as well. Also is a super speedy runner. Austin Vivier, number 8, will outrun 80% of the gentlemen on the field right now.
Delay a game against the Hornets.
Delay of game Hornets. Just remembering back to my high school games, guys, you see the visiting drill team girls coming on over. Tradition in most high school games, they'll come over and exchange gifts, visit the other side of the field. They do that in band, cheer, drill teams. It's a great tradition in high school football.
It's real sweet.
Yeah, there we go. I called for it, sort of. Austin Vivier with the speed. See ya. He's gone. He's gone. Austin Vivier. Whoa, no. Took the cut inside.
That was a great block on the edge, number 12 of the Hornets. Flag on the play.
Flag at the 20-yard line. Might come back there, but we did get something out of it.
I will say, though, for all those Roosevelt fans, you need to make sure that you send some extra special love to number 52. That young man has had a great game. Number 52, Kitty Ray, ran down the plays. The defensive linemen, they're big and strong. They're taking on blocks, but he got on his horse, ran down the East Central kicker, who's very fast. Tyler Vivier, very fast. But again, Kenny Ray just hustling down, being a leader for your team.
Kenny Ray making plays at the line. He's covered receivers in the backfield. He's running down returners. But Barry, did you hear how I kind of called that one?
Yes,
I said Austin Vivier. He's a quarterback. He's also got great speed. So I kind of called that one, Barry.
That was an easy one to call. That was a great call. That was a good gamble.
Thank you, sir.
Ooh, a lot of fumble. Ooh, way to make it up.
So I like what Caden did there. There's a little bit of communication miscommunication. So he just kind of rode along with Kenyon, and they both held onto the ball rather than one trying to strip it from the other. I think that's a good plan.
That was awesome. You got a captain out there. Caden Bosenko, one of the captains. He knows what's going on. He's one that keeps this drive alive. It's 2nd and 4. Hornets.
2nd and 4 Hornets at the 25-yard line. I like the spirit. I like the energy. Let's go, Hornets. Caden Bosenko claps it 3 times. Hands off to Kenyon McClure. Finds a little hole on the right-hand side. And brought down by number 7, Nathan Benavides. 26, Quincy Brown, the ball carrier, not Kenyon McClure.
I like what happened there. We had a very enthusiastic lineman. He wanted to keep his man clean, his teammate clean. Ran off, put a little extra effort into knocking off the Roosevelt player. Coaches pulled him off, coach him up, get his head back in the game. Well done, coaches.
Bosenko now has the Hornets at the 20-yard line with a first down. Looks up. Jack might have had a hand on him, but the referee is right there. No call.
Because that ball was going straight out of bounds.
True story.
I like what Caden's doing. He recognized Jack can jump. He's big. He's fast. He's throwing up a little high. Throwing up high where only he can catch it or have an attempt at it. But the defense is too good. And for years, and I mean years, Roosevelt has always been defensive, just an incredible place for defensive backs. Always well coached.
Yes, sir. Bosenko hands off on 2nd down. Turn it upfield, 26, Quincy Brown. I noticed, Barry, you and I both having to look down at the roster sheet every time we call Quincy Brown. A big name for us this year, but rather new.
I like how fast he is and strong he is. He's not one to juke. He uses his speed. He runs north and south. That's what you got to do.
That's him again, Quincy Brown.
Oh!
Who's going to get in there? Quincy down to the 1-yard line.
Touchdown saving tackle from Roosevelt defender number 25.
25 it is. Jonathan Cordaway on a touchdown saving tackle. Whistles abound. Timeout. Roosevelt. So East Central finding that spark in the running game again. If it works, keep it up, and that's what they're doing.
They are. And notice what they're doing is more traditional. It's just quarterback handing off or tossing to the running backs, letting the offensive line do some work, do the dirty work up front.
And no jet sweep, right, Barry?
No jet sweep. Again, I'm sorry, folks, but that's just not one of my favorite plays right there. I don't like it. I don't trust it. But I do like it when you just let the offensive lineman be strong and be gritty. And in this case right here, let them block. Let the blocks happen, and there you go. You can spread out the field many ways. Jet sweep does not have to be a staple, although it is a staple, and I get it. You want your speed guys to touch the ball. It doesn't always have to be a pass, but my gosh, it's really not that successful. All that extra running for 2 yards, it's not worth it in my opinion.
This time we've got Paget and Jack Stewart down here below. No receivers up top. Got a lot of running room on the left-hand side. Let's go left. Oh, no. Oh, Bosenko. Yeah, Bosenko making lemonade out of that one.
Definitely making lemonade out of those lemons, but that was a good stop by the defense. Next play, forget that one. There's only 40 seconds left in the third quarter. The clock is running. Again, Roosevelt 20, Hornets 19.
I felt good about that setup. All my colleagues back behind us here in the booth all calling go left, go left. We had 3 receivers set up right and nothing set up left. But new formation here on second down. Second and goal, by the way.
I'll run it again. They're going to want to throw it, but I want to run it again.
Bosenko throws up another fade, and no, sir, out of bounds. And Paget comes up hopping on one leg. Not good news. Jack Stewart coming out a little weary on the last series as well.
But there's good news. It looks like he's trying to run
Yeah,
off the roll.
he might be better by the time he gets to the sideline, yeah.
So it's going to be third down.
Put some of that cold soccer spray on there, right, Barry?
The magic soccer spray that magically turns soccer players.
Third down now. Bosenko takes a good snap.
That's good.
That's
idea.
Kenyon.
That's a good idea.
Kenyon on the left-hand side picks up a couple.
That's a good idea. That's the right call. I know that you want a touchdown. I know that you want to throw it, but trust those running backs.
All right, so if there was ever time to make an awesome call, it's going to be this one, Barry. We got fourth down, 5 yards to go for a touchdown. Fourth and goal, 5 yards to go. 20-19, beginning the fourth quarter. Coach Barry Huff says.
Well, the worst coach in the world, Barry Huff, is going to play it conservative. 12 minutes is a lot. I would say take the 3 points. Your kicker has been outstanding. This is could be a chip shot for him. He's 2 for 2 already. Take the points, be up by 2, and let your defense go to work. You already know that you can go up and down the field, just like Roosevelt can too. But your defense has played hard. Defense is rested and ready to come out here and play. Take the points.
Gowan are going to try it. If you agree with Coach Barry Huff that we should take the points, throw up a 1 in the chat. Throw up a 1 if you agree with his decision to try for the extra or for the field goal. Gowan up and good for the 3.
They could have gone for it. But I'm going to tell you, the defense is stout. And I know I've been calling number 52, but that linebacker, they have another linebacker that's playing pretty hard, number 25. He's had some stops down towards the goal line. I wouldn't trust fourth and goal at the 5-yard line versus a now kicker who's now 3 for 3. This kicker can kick. Their special teams have been special all day, all night rather.
Agreed.
Take the points. Thank you, Roberto, Carlos Gaetan, and Stephen Jacob for putting one in the box. Again, world's worst coach is this bench rider calling this game for you.
So you did not get much playing time on the East Central Hornet football team.
I played basketball and sat the bench so hard.
The Barry Huff Memorial Bench.
Great kick.
Another great kick by Gaona. Gets another touchback for the Hornets. And here we go, 25-yard line. Roosevelt Rough Riders set up for first down. Not the names we generally mention over and over, but we did take the time to highlight that nose guard earlier in the game.
Piñones for
Michael Piñones and his crew doing a good job for us.
It looks like number six is back in the lineup for Roosevelt again. Just a stable of running backs for Roosevelt. It's just explosion of riches in terms of the depth at running back for Roosevelt. I think both of them are underclassmen too. 31 and 31
absolutely.
6.
Brennan Carroll, 10th grader. A lot of noise, a lot of spirit still going out there at Hornets Stadium at 9:19 on a Friday evening. What better place to be in Texas?
That quarterback loves number 14.
Loves number 14, Andrew Price.
Why not? What's not to love? You're going to line them up in the slot. East Central's going to play off and play the quarters zone defense. He finds a hole every single time. Ball was just a little bit high, but he's in a position to make plays.
Trips down on this end of the field for Roosevelt. Number 14, one of those, Andrew Price, along with number 4 and didn't catch the third one there. Quarterback rolling the other direction. And there you go. Stay in your slot, get the tackle.
I don't know what that play was. I think that was a design run the entire way, but the defense was right, and the quarterback was a little unsure of where to go. But I would have loved to have seen him take that ball and just go. But that was great defense by the Hornets.
J.J. Hernandez on the tackle.
I think that's number 2 for him today. With a sack.
Back to punt on 4th down. Barely getting that one off. I'd say, well, not now, but.
Flag on the field. Possibly a hold in the area of a hold on the 30-yard line.
Possibly a hold by Roosevelt, you're saying?
Could even be defensive offsides. We'll see what they say.
Barry, you announced a cross-country meet this past weekend or a couple of weekends ago. How did that go?
It was a sweaty good time. The speaker system wasn't working here, and I had to put up my own personal speakers, and it was fun. But cross-country meets are so fun when you can see the entire field. And I encourage you to go see a cross-country meet, get as high as you can, have some fun, watch those athletes be athletes.
Barry and I love to do sports around here at EC High School, or EC in general. Barry has not managed to get me out for a cross-country meet yet, but he's still working on it.
You'll be there.
Handoff to number 2, Tavion Lott. No, it's a keeper up the middle, Caden Bosenko.
That is such an unusual play. It makes me nervous every time I see it because they're snapping the ball as soon as the receiver in motion gets past the center, and it almost hits him every time.
That's right.
It is so – the timing is unusual.
Timing comes from chemistry, from doing things a lot together. When we have a chance, Barry, now we do this every year, but tell us about Caden Bosenko coming up from. I'll talk about his history and. Hey! No! Caden Bosenko. Say it ain't so. Caden all the way down to the 4-yard line.
Wow.
All by himself. Caden Bosenko working the right side.
Special love to those big boys in front blocking. That was pretty.
Absolutely. Caden down to the 4-yard line. Obviously a first down and goal Hornets.
They're in the hurry-up offense. They didn't let Roosevelt put any players on the field.
Tadion on the outside, number 2, picks up maybe 1 on the play. Second down now and goal from the 4.
That's number 7. That looks like number 7. I believe Nathan Benavides.
Probably so. He's making a couple of good tackles from the secondary.
He had to on that play because they're tired, but that safety stepped up and was a leader, stringing him out because he was fast.
Yeah.
Tadion Lott's fast, but that corner, that safety definitely had the angle.
You're right. I'm seeing some hands on hips from the defenders there. Hornets now taking their time. Bosenko to take. Oh, no. Oh, almost had it. Beautiful play setting up, but 42 there on the tackle. Yeah, Valentin Gonzalez, good play.
All the linebackers are starting to step up for
Otherwise, Bosenko's got a free ride left side of the line.
So you have the safety step up the previous play. You have the linebacker step up on this play. Let's see what they're going to do. Let's go Hornets.
He does that really well. Oh!
Way to improvise.
Everybody in Hornet Stadium either let out an oh or an oh. One side was an oh, the other side was a oh.
But
nevertheless,
but ultimately incomplete pass, and now it's for a fourth attempt for Gaona. See what he can do. Possibly MVP of the game right here.
Possibly Gaona from, well, that's going to be a 20, 30 yards in the air. And no problem.
4 for 4.
4 for 4. He could have done that from another 10 yards back easily.
But I'm looking at the clock, James. That's 8 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. And now it's 25, Hornets 25, Roosevelt 20. 1 touchdown shifts momentum. This is a good game. Now, I will say this about Roosevelt. Roosevelt, they went on the road, I believe, to Laredo to play Laredo Alexander. Now they're on the road, second week in a row, versus East Central. It is just – it's tough going for Roosevelt early on. Just I bet they're going to be fired up when they have their first home game over there at I believe they have Blossom, and then of course they have gigantic, enormous, massive Hero Stadium. But that homecoming, that first game, I bet they're going to be fired up and play their first home game. But this game, definitely in the fight still.
All right, Gaona setting up to do his duties again from the 40-yard line. Three receivers back for Roosevelt. Well, they've been doing that all night, no surprise.
So now
Touchback.
What was different about that, because normally, you know, when the ball hits the end zone first, that's an automatic touchback. Because he went and touched it and dropped it, that was still a live ball. So that was the only difference there as far as the kick return. And I'm looking at the live stream. I'm sorry to interrupt, James, but I see that Rodolfo Benavides has been crushing the chat, and he just giving a little love to Tadion Lott, who's number 2 for East Central, and Nathan, I believe, number 7 of Roosevelt played together. I'm assuming that might be the San Antonio Outlaws, but thanks for giving love to these athletes who play together. That's pretty cool.
For those of you who don't know, what are you talking about when you say the San Antonio Outlaws?
The San Antonio Outlaws, there was well, I will say this. Many people in San Antonio and all over know about the TV show that doesn't exist anymore called Friday Night Tykes, which featured a local youth football sports organization and focused on the San Antonio Outlaws. And many of the athletes here, including Caden Bosenko, Teddy Unlod, possibly number 7, played on that youth sports football team. They're not the only youth sports football team, but they're the one people think of at the moment from San Antonio. But San Antonio has a lot of really good, talented programs.
Not much on that play. I didn't see who had the carry, but did get about 3 or 4 yards on the play.
He was quarterback, number 11, Tyron Miller, who's had a pretty good game. They've been using him all over. Again, they scouted out East Central very well. They have some good skill position. And also, these two teams during the summer did play 7-on-7 against each other. So they know each other very well.
Miller looks up top. No, sir, that was not going to happen because Hornet defender Montrell Terry turned around looking at that ball in flight the whole journey.
That was tough. The back judge let that play. It was they ran streaks or they ran flies, whatever you call them, the route where you just run straight and then try to outrun your defender. The defender, number 3 for the Hornets, was playing a little tight, but I love how the official let him play.
Treyshawn tackled after about a run back of about 3 yards. 85, that big multi-talented receiver on the tackle.
Mr. Benavides, sorry about that, buddy. The Northeast Colts, not the other team. Northeast Colts also pretty good stable of athletes as well. So that being said, know that there are a ton of youth programs. Mr. Benavides, Northeast Colts, thank you for giving us some good athletes here at East Central.
First down Hornets, ball at the 43-yard line. Hand off to the right side, Quincy Brown. Pickup of maybe 2. I'd like to give shout-outs to our folks visiting on YouTube, ECHS Athletics, and Facebook, of course. Christian Sheely. Got a couple of messages from Christian. James LaBelle, happy to have you. Jesus Hurtado, thanks for the comments. Got a Roosevelt fan in here on the East Central site. Christian Yandel. Let's go, Roosevelt. We'll let you stick around. We will not boot you off of our site, sir. Glad to have you. Glad to have you, Christian. Caden decides to take this one on his own, turns upfield and takes a good slide. Good quarterback slide.
Took a pretty big hit, too.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good safety hit there, too. And as you heard our stadium announcer announce, first down, Hornets.
Now, you want to keep this clock moving. East Central's probably not doing anything fancy. I don't expect them to do a lot of throwing. No throwing whatsoever. If they can get that ball to the 20-yard line at least, it'll be another shot at Mr. Guyona to put it at potentially an 8-point lead. But right now, clock is running 5:54. Roosevelt 20.
You would love to say, "Hey, thanks, Mr. Guyona, for contributing so much to this game." Let's say
special teams have been wonderful. Guyona has had a great game, but let's just be real. They have an awesome deep snapper, an awesome holder, making it nice and easy for Mr. Guyona to just shake through some nerves and be 4 for 4.
Second down now and 5, ball at the 36-yard line of the Rough Riders. Bosenko looks to the coach in the neon yellow hat.
Or the orange neon hat.
Or the orange neon hat. Or the white neon hat. Right, Dion.
trickery.
Bosenko. Look at that. Fighting through it. Again, some other quarterbacks would not have held on to that ball because they were going for the strip. About 3 of those defenders pulling at the arms of Caden Bosenko.
So East Central has made it. So it is obvious that East Central has made a decision. Their philosophy for offense this year, just run them. And that quarterback, they got that quarterback ready, Caden Bosenko. They got their running backs ready. Let's just run this ball. Let's keep the clock moving. I think you're seeing what East Central's about this year.
I like what Caden Bosenko did again. I noted it earlier. He'll hand that ball off to the running back, and they'll both hold on to it for a yard or two, and then they'll decide what to do from there. Kind of a neat little gimmick there where they can delay that decision another yard or two.
Got 4 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock.
4:15 remaining in the game. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 23-yard line of the Rough Riders. Hornets advancing, looking for another score before this one's over. In the form of a touchdown. Great. Gaona's there on standby if necessary. Keeper, Caden, spinning out of one tackle, spinning through another, finally down at the 9-yard line. 1st down and 10 Hornets. Goal to go instead.
So after they place the ball, after the official places the ball, they have a 40-second clock if it's not a timeout. So I expect East Central to run the clock down as far as they possibly can. Just keep the clock moving. Probably not snap the ball until like about 5 seconds or so. Clock right now is 3:30. Play clock about 11, 10, 9.
Yeah, why not? Caden Bosenko finds himself a hole on the right-hand side. Touchdown, Hornets. Touchdown, East Central.
It's here for those big boys up front. Offensive line just leaning in on Roosevelt. Roosevelt's a little bit tired. That was a back-breaking drive. But here's the good news for Roosevelt. I'm looking at the clock. It says 3 minutes, 13 seconds left. Roosevelt has 2 timeouts left. But with that, East Central now has 31 with an extra point pending. There's still a lot of time, a lot of football, and Roosevelt has proven that they will take those risks with those streaks down the field. They spread them out, and they throw.
Extra point, good. Pat him in the head, Mr. Gaona. First name Daniel.
That's East Central. Extra point is good. That's 32 Hornets. Roosevelt 20, 3 minutes, 13 seconds left in the second half.
At East Central ISD, safety and security is our top priority. If you are aware of an unsafe situation, please report. You'll learn the 4 easy ways.
All right, Mr. Gaona kicking off again for the Hornets. Back deep, the normal complement of 3 for Roosevelt. Deshaun Washington, Andrew Price.
He kicked that ball about 5 yards deep in the end zone. Nice leg. Nice little leg from Gaona there.
And your score 32-20 East Central. 3:13 remaining in the game. Roosevelt finds a receiver left-hand side. Hornet defenders there this time. 14, the receiver, Andrew Price.
We have a quarterback change for Roosevelt. It's like number 10, Parker Stofa.
Second down, Rough Riders.
2 minutes, 47 seconds left on the clock.
Second down and 10. Ball at the 25-yard line. Stouffer, the quarterback, gets the snap. Might have telegraphed that when he was staring at that receiver, but over the top of the hands of receiver number 15, Jamari Nichols.
There's no denying his arm, though. That ball came hot out of his hand. He threw it up high. Why not? His defender was short. The number 15 is tall. Give him a chance to make the play. Stofa can throw.
So, Barry, who do we have next week? Are we away? Answer, we don't know. We're going to look for you right now.
I'm pretty certain that we are away next week.
I can tell you that for those of you from Roosevelt, you are at Madison next week.
Well, their first district game.
Defense holds 21. JJ making a big play again.
Got a sack on the night.
We got it right here.
Pressure.
Next week, East Central is at San Marcos. At Steele after that. Our next home game, 9/25. That's next month. This month, the 25th. Here against South San.
Now, San Marcos Stadium. Have you been there? Oh, intercepted.
Almost intercepted.
San Marcos Stadium feels like a collegiate stadium. It is beautiful. I've never seen anything like that.
Well, if we get the fan support and we're able to work out the logistics, we would like fans to maybe get on the road with this beast once or twice this year. That's something you'd like to see. Send an email out to the district or to one of us, or let us know your opinions. Put it up on Facebook now. We'd like to broadcast one of those away games for those of you who can't make it out. It's just all up in the air. We'll see what we can do.
It's like East Central has a change of quarterback right now. It's like Austin Vivier.
Number 8 in the yellow socks. Hands off to the running back. No, keeps it. Vivier around the right-hand side. Looks like a typical Caden Bosenko play. We'll take it.
I know, but I don't know. Those feet are a little different, though. Caden Bosenko is fast and strong right there.
Oh, no.
But
Vivier is faster.
Vivier has some legs on him as well. He's only a sophomore, but you're seeing some speed right there.
Hornets second down now at the 18-yard line, 2nd and 4. Vivier hands off to 25. 26, maybe. Quincy Brown, yes, sir.
That's 2 minutes left on the clock. There, of course, is no 2-minute warning in high school sports. Again, the play clock for the Hornets is at 27, 26. They're going to run it down as far as they can go. Roosevelt does have 2 timeouts, but I think they're going to be okay with just letting the game play on, especially considering they did have a change in quarterback late.
Hey, Barry. I said, hey, Barry.
Yes, sir.
East Central is 2-0 to start off the year.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that, please?
East Central is 2-0 to start the year off.
I don't think I heard that.
We are 2-0. We've got a perfect record. We have 2 victories, 2 strong victories to start off the 2021 season.
It's a good foundation. They're starting to see what they can do. But they have a big test next. Is it next week or the week after? But next week versus
San Marcos and then Steele after.
So the buzzsaw of the schedule, I believe, is 2 away games in a row.
Look at Vivier
There's a flag
Touchdown,
there's
Hornets.
a flag on the field.
Flag on the play.
When one of the players comes up with their hands in the air like, who, me? That usually means that they probably did the issue.
Against us?
It's against number 11.
Yeah. Flags against the Hornets, my colleague is saying.
The line judge flashed 1-1 to the coach's sideline because the coaches, of course, are going to say, who did it? Who did it?
And the line judge is over there talking to Jack Stewart, number 11 now. Yes, sir, you did it.
It's aggressive. It's okay to be aggressive. But we'll see what happens. It's a nice run. You got to see a little bit of what Tyler Vivier can do. He's like a water bug out there, just in and out, dip the shoulder, out, dip the shoulder, out, dip the shoulder, out. So pretty amazing, pretty quick. Probably going to take a knee. Victory formation.
Yes.
They're going to have to snap it one more time. Oh, nope. They're not going to have to snap it at all. That's it. I think that's the game right there. They do not have to snap it. Game clock and play clock are 1 second off. The play clock has one more second than the game clock.
Not sure everyone else on the field has done the math yet, but you are right, sir. Yep, there we go.
That's the game.
Players on the way off. Ladies and gentlemen, Hornets win. Hornets win. Hornets win.
One more time, James.
Hornets win. What more can we say? Well, look at here. Referees might have them.
No, they don't need to do this. Let them go. There's no more time. There's no reason to do this.
There we go.
There we go.
Big hug from Joe Hubbard to his assistants out there. Congratulations, East Central, on a great start to the year and on this win specifically. Fans, thanks for joining us on Facebook and YouTube.
Yes.
Keep tuned in for further events. Definitely our next home game. We'll try to get one of these away games going for you as well. Love having you here. Have a great night and go Hornets.
Go Hornets.
We'd like to thank you for attending tonight's contest and wish you a safe trip home. Remember, sportsmanship is always important and should be practiced before and after the game. So, as you leave the stadium, please remember that all participants involved in tonight's contest gave their very best effort. Please help show your support of these fine student athletes by acting in a sportsmanlike manner. Let's help out our wonderful custodial staff and throw away our trash, please. Keep our stadium nice and clean.
Oh my gosh. We did not need to teach them how to cheer.